Sugar Sean O'Malley, a fighter who is loved by many. From his walk-off KOs to his very controversial win over Peter Yan, this man has really proved himself as one of the bigger stars in the bantamweight division. And on Saturday night, he has a real big chance of submitting himself as the bantamweight king against Aljamain Sterling. Despite the odds not being in his favor, I believe that he could pull it off, and here's why. Reason 1, his ability to handle pressure. We all know that Aljo is a really good grappler. That goes without saying. So we all know that that's going to try to be his method of victory, is to just wrestle fuck him, right? But I don't think that's going to work out how Aljo thinks that's going to work out. And my reasoning for this is that Sean O'Malley has a really great ability to handle that pressure. For example, his fight against Peter Yan. When he fought Peter Yan, nobody thought he was going to win that fight. Everyone knew that that was Peter Yan, the former bantamweight champion, and he was a really great champion. So that the fact that Sean beat him, and I know it was a very narrow victory, but he beat him, like he won the fight. So the fact that he was able to handle that and not get knocked out, not get finished in any sort of way, kind of narrows down the chances of Aljo even finishing him, because Aljo is not really a guy who gets a lot of finishes. He doesn't hit that hard, and he also is just like a guy who just lays on you for most of the fight. I'm not gonna lie, that's what he does. He just lays on motherfuckers. And I feel like Sean O'Malley is gonna be able to get out of that at least 1 in 4 times. Like, if he gets out, I feel like that he is gonna really take advantage of those opportunities and just come up on top. Sean O'Malley also has a really great ability to manage distance. I don't think he's just going to be all up in Aljo's grill where he's just going to take him down all these times. I'm not saying Sterling won't get takedowns, because he definitely will, but it's not going to be a constant thing. Sean has the ability to stay away from that. Sean has really good footwork, and he uses this footwork to like switch stances out of harm's way, and he's going to definitely use this to get that distance, and he's going to use that distance to come up with really great striking opportunities, which is also leading into my next reason, which is his ability to find openings. Sean could fuck you up in the pocket, mid-range, and long range. He's a very lanky guy. This is second nature for him, and I think Aljo is going to have a lot of trouble with that. Because if you take a look at Aljamain Sterling's previous title fight opponents, Peter Yan, Henry Cejudo, TJ Dillashaw, were all really around the same height and reach as Sterling. But Sean O'Malley is 5'11" and has a 72-inch reach. That's something that Aljo has never fought before. That's going to be new to him, and he's going to have to make a little bit of adjustments for that. Sean's finna hit Aljo with like these front kicks that are going to set him back, and these super accurate ass spin kicks that are going to affect him immensely. Sean is extremely accurate. He is able to properly predict your movements and capitalize off that, and I think that's what he's going to do to Aljo. Who are we to say that he cannot put him away in the 3rd or 4th round with a stoppage or just knocking him out cold? I think it's definitely possible, and I think that's what's going to happen. The last reason I'll discuss in this video is his durability. Sean can take hits very well, especially in the head and in the body. He usually weaves away from them most of the time, but when he does get hit, he never really gets wobbled. And despite getting hit in the body, he's really able to handle it quite well. He's mostly pretty durable, but I would say that he has one weak point, and those are his shins. This was very evident in the Chito Vera fight. When he got hit in the leg by him, he just fell down and wasn't able to move, which eventually led to him getting stopped in the 1st round. So I would say that's definitely one thing that he really needs to watch out for. But besides that, I don't think there's really anything to worry about too much when it comes to his durability. Because, like I said earlier, Aljo doesn't hit that hard. So I think Sean O'Malley will be fine. And yeah, those are basically the reasons why I think Sean O'Malley will come up on top against Aljamain Sterling. Let me know in the comments who you got in that fight. I would love to hear you guys' opinions. And thank you guys so much for watching. I wanted to try something different, and that's what I did today. And thank you. Bye.
Fuck that shit, let's go. Ain't no blood shit around this bitch, but I'm still dead wrong, I know. I don't got no calculator for my calculations, I've been counting down slow. I just put the pieces up from all the flour, pedal, shawty hated me more.